Man, I tell you what, guys, I must be sick, or there's got to be something going on because I don't know what I'm doing. And now let me rephrase that. I must be sick because I'm putting my doors on. Did I not just tell you guys in the videos that I was not going to put my doors on until November, December? Wow. I don't know. So anyway, I want to show you guys how I prepare my Jeep for the winter. Anybody else that has a Jeep may do their own thing. They may have their own ritual. So I'm going to show you mine. And step number one is always putting the soft top on. So as you saw, the soft top is on. And the second step is always the doors. So we're gonna get the doors finished. I already have that side on. This side I just put on. I don't even have the retaining strap in. It's just laid open. So I'm gonna show you how I clean them up. They were in storage for the entire summer since March. So you're looking at 7 months worth of dust and dirt and grime. And I wanna show you this trick here. Remember how I said about soft top windows getting cloudy? Now it's dirty, but you can see how it's kind of cloudy in here. I am going to show you how I clean that with, don't judge, I get this at Walmart, West Coast Customs Carpet and Upholstery Cleaner. So the other thing I want to show you is, obviously I got rid of those chains, went back to an OEM door handle. The chains sucked. If you were driving, they rubbed into your leg. Nobody likes that. And I got rid of those mirrors that Nick had that mounted here on the hinge. And I got OEM mirrors that mount on the door. So we're going to finish cleaning this. There you can see really well how dirty, filthy, cloudy it is. And then we're going to put the new mirrors on. So that's today's project. Let's get started. All right, so first things first, I want to make sure again you can see how dirty that is. And again, West Coast Customs Carpet Upholstery Cleaner. Spray some on the cloth. To make sure that's wet. And then spray some on the window. And start wiping. Okay, so sorry. That was the outside. You can see there's a lot of dirt on the inside yet. And then we'll do the outside again. And whether or not you can tell on video, I know it's tough. But that looks pretty darn clean to me compared to what it was. So again, that's Carpet and Upholstery Cleaner. Gonna do the other side and then we'll get the rest of the stuff done, which is putting on the new mirrors. So these are the replacement mirrors. They're from Crown Automotive. Part number 822000834K kilo. And packaged pretty well. Comes in like a protective fabric sock. And also bubble wrapped. They're supposed to be mounting hardware. And there it is. Okay. New plastic protector. It goes on the bottom of the mounting surface. 2 Phillips head screws under the mirror head. These screws are purposely not tightened at the factory. Adjust the mirror, then tighten the screws. Failure to tighten these screws will cause the mirror to rattle while driving. Okay, These are Phillips head screws. They're not, whatchamacallit, torque bits. So we got those. Let's check this out. Not bad. Looks pretty OEM to me. Like that. And then that's the driver's side. All right, not too hard. Okay. Let's get to it. Piece goes like that. And then you just screw it on the door. Let me go get a screwdriver and then we'll move over to the door. As you can see on the door hinge, there's 3 holes for mounting the mirrors. And there you have it. That's as easy as it gets. Those 3 screws. And then you adjust that wherever you need it. And then tighten up the screws underneath. And it's a done deal. So I'll go do the other side and we'll catch back up. All right, so we got the mirrors on, we got the doors on, we got the soft top windows clean on the doors. And, you know, for winterization, the other thing I do is obviously change the oil, okay? And, you know, we're talking under the hood here. My washer fluid reservoir, I refill this with Rain-X washer fluid. You can get it at Walmart. It's like orange. I think it's orange. So that's what I use in my washer fluid to help keep the windshield clear if it starts to ice up. A lot of Jeeps don't have very good defrosters, or if they do, they blow very, very well, but you still get a lot of ice buildup on your wipers because your defroster in a Jeep is kind of centered, so to speak. So when your wipers get off to the sides, they accumulate quite a bit of ice in the snow and stuff like that. Obviously, make sure my power steering fluid's good. My coolant, make sure that my coolant is okay. Like I said, oil change. Check the battery, which that's a new battery this year, so that'll be fine. Other than that, test my 4-wheel drive, make sure that that's working before the snow comes, and that's really it. You know, some people will change the type of motor oil they run based upon temperature. For example, I switched to 10W40 this summer because it gets hot. You know, Pennsylvania gets really hot. So I switched to 1040 in the summer, and typically I'll run 1030 in the winter because I refuse to run synthetic in this engine. I run a conventional with a ZDDP additive, which is zinc for your flat tappets. And, you know, that's really it. I don't worry too much about, I don't worry too much about the winter with it, other than to make sure that because I run conventional oil, it does get cold if it sits out in the cold, and you don't want to starve the engine for oil because it's so thick when it gets really cold. I keep my garage heated out here to right around 45-50 degrees. It's not super warm, but it's just enough to keep some heat in here that I don't really have to worry too much about this. But if I take my Jeep somewhere and it sits for a while, I just like to have 1030 oil in the winter. There's not that big of a difference between 1030 and 1040. Most of it has to do with your heat, you know, with how hot it is and how viscous it is when it gets really hot. But it's just something that I'm particular about, 1030 in the winter and switch to 1040 in the summer. So that's really it for winterizing the Jeep. I can't believe that I have it ready for winter already, minus, you know, the fluid changes and things like that. This is the earliest I've ever done this. That's why I said, I don't know, I must be feeling ill. Anyway, guys, hope it was somewhat informative. You know, the other thing is when you're winterizing, make sure if your Jeep is painted and not bed lined like mine, get a good coat of wax on before the winter, especially if you live in the snow belts. It's always worth doing your frame with a rattle can. Just get like black, what the heck is it? Black acrylic or something like that, and spray your frame real good before the snow flies. And some people spray like oil on the bottom. I don't do that. I just make sure that any exposed metal I have is covered for when the snow flies because of the salt and things like that. That's really all there is to it. So if you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're a repeat viewer, thank you so much for being a subscriber, and thank you for watching my videos. And I hope that was informative, and you guys take care. We'll see you at the next video. Bye-bye.